Good morning, students. Welcome to Arush coaching classes. And today we are going to work and learn and practice on a very nice case study, that is Google Play Store study. So basically, when I talk about the problem statement, we actually have to do the analysis and insights from the Google Play Store data set. Okay. So when I talk about the Google Play Store, it is actually a rich source of data which can reveal us the patterns, the insights about the mobile applications. And what is the objective of today's class is basically we are going to perform data cleaning, the pre-processing, the exploratory data analysis on this data set. And what we will do, we will derive the meaningful insights and pattern. So the ultimate goal is to understand the factors that contribute to an app's success and popularity on the Google Play Store. Okay, so let us begin. Please, all of you, open your Jupyter notebooks and we will start now. A notebook, and I have opened this beautiful folder. In this, I'm going to upload my data set first of all. So I'm going to click on upload, take Google Play Store data set, and I'm done. Okay, so my data set is being uploaded. Now I'm going to make a new notebook, and the notebook is opening. So I'll put the company's name first of all. Okay, so this is Arush coaching classes, and we are doing the next thing over here, which is Google dataset analytics, or you can say Google Play Store. All right, so you can take this up and right. Okay, so you can just keep on adding so many rows. I've already added. Okay, and plus now we'll begin our data. So the first step will be we are going to load the data. How we will load? First we are going to import pandas as PD. Okay, then we are going to put the data set. So data is equal to pd dot read CSV, and then we are going to put the data set. So what irritating. Okay, so we've renamed it. Now let me put here Google Play Store dot CSV. Okay, we have loaded the data, and now what I want to do, I want to display the data. So data dot head. Let's run this. Okay, so my data is uploaded. That means our first step is done. Now let's get the shape of the data to get how many rows and columns are there. So data dot shape, and then I'm going to press enter. So there are 10,841 rows and 13 columns. Now let us take out the missing values from here. Okay, so how do we take out the missing values? We take out data dot is null, then is sum, and then you press enter. Okay, so if you see in the ratings column, there are 1474 missing values. In content rating it is 1, in current version it is 8, and in Android version it is 3. So many datas are missing over here. So since the data is missing over here, the next step which we will do is we will start with our data cleaning process. Okay, So what will I do? I'll start cleaning my data. So when I have to clean the data, the first step is I am going to remove the rows with null values, right? So that's my first step. So how do we do that step? We always write data dot drop NA, and then we write in place equal to true, correct? And then what will I do? Once I have dropped it, I'm going to again display the data dot shape and enter. What do you see here? 9,360. That means 1000. See here, 10,000 and 9,000. That means 1,000 rows have been dropped which had null values. Okay. The second data cleaning is what? We are going to convert the reviews columns to numeric. Why numeric? If you see these you will say ki, okay, it is already in the numeric form, but yes, like I want to remove some errors which are not in the proper shape and all. Okay, so that is why what I'll do, I'm going to convert it. How do I convert? I'm going to take the data, then I'm going to take the reviews column, okay, and then I'm going to write here pd dot to underscore numeric. I'm going to write here data, and then I'm going to write again what? I'm going to write again reviews. Once I have taken the reviews, then I'll put a comma, and then I'm going to say, okay, errors. And what are the errors? The errors are coerce, right? So if there are some errors, those you have to remove them and go like this. Okay, so control and enter. Now, what is the next thing? We are going to convert the size column to numeric, right? So for that, I am going to do what? I am going to convert, I am going to write a function over here. Okay, so what is that function? I'm going to write def, then I'm going to write here convert size, and in the size, what I want to convert? I want to convert the size. So I'm going to write it like this. Okay, go down, then I'm going to write, okay, okay. So what will I say? If m means what? M means what? Basically, I am assuming the size is in M. M means M for megabytes and K for kilobytes. Okay. So M in size, what will happen? If it is M, then we will say what? Return float, and you are going to size, you are going to replace the size with what? You are replacing with M. M will be replaced by a blank space like this and multiply by 1000. Right? Now, the next thing is I'm going to write here elif. Elif, what will I say? I'm going to write here K, okay, and K for, K in size again, and again the same thing. Now I can write like this. So here what will I write? Instead of M, it will be K and no 1000. Right? Because it is already kilobytes, correct? Okay. And then the next thing is, else. Like if all of the conditions fails, then the last condition, which is going to return us the none value. Okay. So basically this is for the places where the size varies with the device. So let me just show you the data set. Okay. So this is my data set. You can find out the things. Okay. So let me return it this way. And then finally, I am going to, apply this. How do I apply this? I'm going to press enter. Okay. So the function is done. Now I've created a function. I have to call the function also, right? So what do? I'm going to write here data. Then I'm going to write here, say, size. Okay. And then again the same thing, size plus I'm going to apply. And what am I apply? I'm going to apply this convert size. Okay. Once I have done this, okay, let me run this. Okay, so argument of type is not floatable. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay, and then I'm going to drop this. So what will I do? I'm going to write here data dot drop NA. Then I'm going to write here subset equal to size, right, comma, and I'm going to write here in place equal to true. Correct? Okay. So it is not working because the float it is not considering. So that's fine. That's not a problem. Okay. Now we'll come to the next section wherein what are we going to do? We are actually going to remove the plus end and minus from installs and convert to numeric. All right. So what are we going to do? We are going to remove this. So if you go and see the installs, this thing, see this plus is there. Okay. So I have to remove this plus sign. I have to remove this plus sign. So how do I do it? How do I go about it? I hope it is clearly visible to all of you. Okay. So again, I'm going to write here data. Then I'm going to write here installs equal to. Then I'm going to copy the things as it is. Then dot str. So str is string dot replace. And what am I replacing? I am replacing a plus sign with what? With a space. Okay. Dot str. Okay. Dot replace. And what am I replacing this time? I'm going to replace a comma and double quotes. Correct? This is the way I'm going to work. Okay, so that means I have removed the plus end and minus from the installs and I have converted to numeric. Okay, so you can just check here, data dot head, and print this. Now if you can see the installs column, there is no plus or minus over here, wherein in the original data here it was 10,000 plus 50,000 plus and so on. Okay, so this has been removed. Done. What is the next thing? We learnt about imputations, right? We learnt about the imputations. So now I'll apply the imputations. All right. So what is the imputation which I will be doing? Basically, I am going to take the mean, median and mode, right? So I'm going to impute the missing values in the numeric columns with the mean and median, and maybe the categorical columns, right? I'm going to do it with the mode. So how do I do it? The first thing is I'm going to write here data, then I'm going to write here is reviews. Okay, then how do I do it? Dot fill NA, then I'm going to write here data dot reviews. Okay, and with what I have to replace? I have to replace it with the median. So I'm going to write here median, and then comma, plus I am going to write here in place equal to true. Okay, now same thing I will do it for rating, size, installs and price. For all the columns we'll do. Okay, so let me quickly copy the same thing. Okay, now instead of reviews, what am I going to do? I'll do it for ratings. See here, if it is reviews, see, if it is reviews, please make it reviews. If it is rating, then rating. Don't use ratings. Okay, so it is rating. Here also it is rating, and here in place of median, I am going to replace it with mean. Okay, rest all remains the same. Okay, now I am going to copy this again and place it. Now instead of rating, what is the next thing which I will do here? I am going to do it like size. Here also I am going to do is what? Size. Okay, size is done. Then again I am going to go here and take it as installs. Okay, so this is like installs. Correct? And after this, the last one which we have is price. Okay, so I think only this one is mean, rest all are medians only. Okay, so this is median, this is also median, and this is also median. Yes. Now see, if you can see here in the price section, where is my price? It has come like this. Where is, okay, it was showing 0, 0. Okay, so this is done. Okay, so it works perfectly. When you impute the data, it works perfectly. Now the next thing which I am going to write is imputing the missing values in the categorical columns. So if you see here, categorical columns is what? It is C like this. So whenever you see the data this way, then we use the mode option. Okay, so which thing we use? We use, okay, so you can impute the missing values in the categorical columns with the mode. Okay, so if you see, now we have done the imputation as well. Now, one more thing which we will do over here is I am going to remove the duplicates. Okay, so how do I remove the duplicate? I am going to write here data dot drop, duplicates, right? This is how we write it for duplication. In place, sorry, in place equal to true, correct? And then I'm going to write here data dot shape. Press. What do you see? 8,886. That means again 1,000 rows have been dropped. That means there were 1,000 rows which were duplicate. Okay. So if you see here, I'm going to again take you back. Here you see line number 16. Okay. If you all can see. Line number 16, there were 10,000 rows. Then when we removed the missing values, the null values, it became 9,360. And now when I have removed the duplicates, it has become 8,886. So 1,000 duplicate rows were there. Okay, now what is the next thing which we will do? The next thing is we are going to convert the text data to lowercase, and we are going to strip the white space. Okay, so that's what we will do here. So how do I do it? I'm going to take the data, then I'm going to take app, and in this I'm going to take like data, then put the app again, dot str, dot lower, dot str dot strip, because we have to strip also, right? Str dot strip. Okay, now same thing I can do it for category also. So I can just go here, copy it, and I can write, I can write here category. Same here, I can write here category. Okay, and done. So this is also done. Now the next thing which we will do over here is we are going to handle the outliers, right? We did this. So all this is a data cleaning part or data pre-processing, whatever you want to write. Okay, so again I'm going to write data equal to data, then I'm going to write here data rating, okay, rating, and then I'm going to say it should be equal to or greater than 1, and I'm also going to take the same thing, data rating, and here I'm going to write here less than equal to 5. So whatever rating is outside 5, right, or less than 1, that will not be considered. So we have to take the rating between 1 to 5 only. Okay, so control N. So we have handled the outlier. Now we will display the final cleaned data. Okay, so I'm going to put the data dot head, and let me put it over here. Display the cleaned data. Okay, so now you see everything, now it has become a cleaned data, complete. Okay, done. So this completes our data cleaning part. Okay, now we will start with our EDA, correct? Now the next step which I'm going to start over here is So let me start with EDA, okay, which is exploratory okay. So this is the data set. Okay, so we are going to start what? We are going to start with the exploratory data analysis. Just give me 1 second. Let me make it marked down. Then run this. Yeah. So now we'll go with the EDA. So to get the EDA, the first thing is you have to get the summary of statistics. Okay, so how do we get it? If you remember, it is data dot describe. Okay, so if you see here, all the data description is there. It is known as 5-point summary. Now, exploratory data analysis mostly talks about the correlations, the graphs and all. Okay, so we will start importing our beautiful libraries for visualization. So import matplotlib.py plot as plt. Okay, this is my first thing, and then I'm going to import Seaborn as SNS and press enter. So it's importing. See, whenever you have this hourglass, that means our notebook is working, or you see a star here. When you see a star here, that means our notebook is working. I mean, the cell is in the running process right now. It's getting executed. So now dot came, the book has come. That means it has already been done. Now let me start with the first thing, which I said, ratings distribution. Okay, so how do I do it? I write plt dot figure, then I used to write here fig size equal to whatever size you want to fix. You can fix it up 10,6 or whatever. So this is the the figure size. Okay, then we have SNS dot hist plot. Okay, and then I'm going to write here data, then I'm going to write here, say, rating. In the rating, I'm going to write here drop NA. So I'm going to write here drop NA like this, comma bins, which is equal to 20. And then I'm going to write here KDE equal to true. Okay, and then we have plt dot title, distribution of app ratings. Okay, this is my title. Then you can write here plt dot x label, and then you are going to write here, say, ratings. So here whatever you want you can write. Okay, ratings or rating will work because this is the heading we are giving. plt dot y label, and then I'm going to write here, say, frequency, and then plt dot show. Okay, so we are going to plot a histogram, and there we are. If you can see this, a beautiful histogram has been plotted for all of you. So here we have the frequency, Here we have the ratings, and this is the distribution of app ratings. Okay, so the first one is done. Now the next charts which I'm going to plot, I'm going to copy the code from here itself, because I think title, X label, Y label is all same. Okay, so let me do this. Okay, yes, could you see? It's such a beautiful graph, right? It is such a beautiful graph. See, the art and design is pink in color. Auto and vehicle is orangish, okay? Beauty is orange. Comics is yellow. So now you see what are the installs versus rating. It's the combination. And this scale, do you see? 10 raised to the power 1. This I have taken as X scale as log. Okay? X scale as log. So this is ratings and this is number of installs. And this is known as a scatter plot. Okay? This is known as a scatter plot. Clear? You like it? I hope you all like it. Okay. I'm going to take the fixed size SNS scatter plot, data equal to DF. X becomes the price here. Okay? Price, Y is your rating, and just remove this one. The title will be price versus rating. What will be the X label? The X label will be, obviously you all know, it will be, sorry, it will be price in dollars, and Y is obviously rating. We can put the X scale into log and show. Okay, now you see this. This is price versus rating. And now can you see the log 10 to the power 0, 10 to the power 1. This is the log scale. Okay, that is why I am using it. Plus students, if you see here, when I am using here hue category, so see it's showing all the categories to me, but here I haven't taken this, so it is showing me like this. Okay, so this was just to show you a simple difference between the two scatter plots. Okay, so this is almost the same. Okay, now we will talk about another map which is known as a correlation map. See, correlation map is generally known as a heat map. Basically, it shows the correlation between two values. And mostly when you will be doing the predictions, when you will be doing, machine learning things, these heat maps will be more recommended and more relatable. But since this class is about advanced data visualization and I wanted to show you the advanced charts, that's why I'm plotting it right now with this data set and showing it to you. Okay, but when you'll do the actual algorithms and when you'll try to predict something or take out a business solution, that time this will be more relevant and useful. Okay, so today we are just seeing it or looking at it for the visual point of view. Today we are not predicting or taking out errors and doing confusion matrix and all those things today. Okay, just how can we plot it, that's all we are learning. Okay, so please let me copy this first line as usual. So I hope you all don't mind, I'm just trying to save some time, that's why I am trying to copy and do the things. Okay, so for correlation, you will write CORR correlation, then you'll write DF, and then what is the thing? You'll start writing the values which you need. Okay, so I need rating, all right. Then what I need reviews. Okay, let me go and see here. It is reviews only, otherwise it will show an error. Okay, reviews. Okay, what is the next thing which I am going to take is size. After size, we have installs. Installs is installs only. And then we have another section which is price. Okay. So I think these are the columns which we have, which we want to correlate. Dot CORR. Please make sure to put this parenthesis along with it. Okay. Now what I want to plot, SNS dot heat map. So you can write it directly. Now what will you do? You'll write CORR and then annotate. Annotate is annotation, which I told you just now. Okay. So please put true. Then you can put here CMap. Okay. And CMap is the color map. Okay. CMap is the color map. So you can put here cool warm. You can choose, there are different this thing, it has this thing, but you can just try and do it. PLT dot I'm talking about colors. Okay, it has cool warm and so different sets and everything. So you can explore the color map and find out which color combination you want to take. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so correlations, heat map, and then I'm going to write here PLT dot show. This is a simple example of a heat map. Just look at the code first of all, it is exactly the same. You will have a proper correlation heat map. If you see, it is price, installs, everything is there. And this is how the heat map works. It gives the correlation between the two values, like rating and rating is 1. Then rating and reviews is 0.069. Then rating and size is what? It is 0.077. Installs and rating is 0.051. Price and this. Okay. And this is the scale, the color combination. So this is how a heat map is plotted. The bubble chart. Let me make it a little bigger for you. Okay. So when I talk about this bubble chart, I'm going to write here like PLT dot figure, then fig size equal to 12,8. Okay, this is done. What is the next thing? SNS dot scatter plot. You will say, ma'am, you told bubble plot. So I'm doing bubble plot only. Just give me a second. Data equal to DF. Then what is the next thing which I will take? X equal to size. Okay. Then Y equal to, please make sure you write exactly the same names as it is given. Okay, installs. All right, then you will write here size equal to rating. It is ratings or rating? Rating only. Size is like rating, and then hue equal to category. Okay, I have done this. Plus what is the size of the bubbles I need, right? So that's what I'm going to write here. Size is equal to, and now I can write here 20, 200. Okay, so this is my bubble size which I'm talking about. And then obviously I am going to take the palette, and palette is, I'm going to set it to 2. Okay, so I think it is done. Now the next things, okay, so what is the thing which I am trying to plot over here? I am going to plot a bubble chart. Okay, then what is the thing in the X label? X label is size, which is in MB, which we had converted. Okay, Y, what do we have? Installs. So let me put the installs. Installs. Okay, now here see, X scale is in log. We will put the Y scale also in the log. Okay, we will put the Y scale also in the log. Okay, now one more thing which I am going to do over here is I am going to give the legend like what all things I need. So I'll write here plt dot legend, the values, like whatever we are plotting, I want to put it, I want to show it. Okay, so I will write here b box, that is box 2. What I need anchor. I'll tell you what it means, just give me 1 second. Okay, let me just first show it to you and then I'll tell you, because once it gets plotted then it will be easier for me to explain you. And then what is the location I need? The location is, maybe I need on the upper left. Okay, and now I'll put, yeah, see, now it is showing perfectly. All right, so see what I have done. I have taken this thing, this is my title. Okay, X label you can see is, I think I'm not able to write on this. Okay, fine. And size MB, this is in the log scale. Installs is also in the log scales. Now what am I saying? I want a legend which has to be on the box to anchor. So see, box to anchor, and plus what is the things it has written? It has to show it this way, but it is not showing in the upper left. It is showing somewhere else. Okay, so I think legend is not showing properly. Just let me remove and see. Whether it works without this. Yes, it will work. So see here what happened. When you are not putting the legend, it is so distorted, it's not looking nice. Okay, so now when I put the legend over here, sorry, the legend over here, so it will show a beautiful and a better this thing, right? So I think upper left it has taken this way only. So this is the legend wherein you explain the things, that what color represents what. Okay, so I think now we have plotted a bubble chart as well. Second EDA, the second EDA is what? I am going to take basically number of apps per category. Okay, so I'm going to do the exploratory data analysis for this. So same thing, I can write it over here, which is like plt.figure. Then I'm going to write here fixed size equal to 14,8. Okay, now what, I'm going to use a count plot. So SNS dot count plot, and what am I going to write here? I am going to write here, see, I have taken here X and Y, correct? So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take on the Y axis, I'm going to take basically category. Okay, and then I can write here data equal to data, and I'm going to take the order equal to data. Again, it is category dot value counts dot index. Okay, Now title and all I can copy it from here itself, okay, because this will remain the same X label, Y label and everything. So this we will keep it as it is. Now here what I want to do in the title, I want to put so apps per category, and in the X label here it will come as counts, and here in the Y label what will come here, it will come as category. Okay, let's run this. Wow, it's a beautiful chart if you can see here, correct? Let me make it small. Now I think it is better. Make it a little more small. So can you see all the categories are there and apps per category? So this is a beautiful visual. Okay. All right. So second, we have done number of apps per category. First was ratings distribution. Now we'll do the third one. What is the third one here? Here I am going to write here average rating per category. Okay. So same thing. Now you know how to plot. Okay. To make you aware, I'm making this big. Okay. So PLT dot figure, as usual, I'm copying it right away. Okay. Then here I'm going to put SNS dot box plot. Okay. And in the box plot, you will again divide ki X is what? X is rating. Okay. Then you have Y, which is equal to category, then data equal to data, then order equal to data dot group by. Group by, how are we grouping it across? We are going to grouping it across by category. So group by category. Then we are going to take rating. And in this rating, I need the mean of it. Okay, because we are going to calculate everything out of it. So mean, then since we have taken the group by clause, so I am going to sort the data. So sort values dot index. Okay. Oh wow. See here, what a beautiful chart with this it has come. Can you see? Okay, let me show you the code first. See here, SNS.boxplot, X rating, Y rating, everything group by category. See here itself, it has been done. But this is not proper. We have to put the title XY. So again, the same thing. I'm just copying it from here. We'll say copy. And from here, I'm going to go here. So what will be the title now? The title will be average rating per category. So you can just go here and type it. Here you are going to write average rating. And here I think category is fine. Now you can do it once again. So now see. Now we have the title, average rating per category. We have categories and we have average ratings. Okay, great. I hope you all are enjoying this session. Okay, so in case you like my session, in case you enjoy this, please like, subscribe and share Arush coaching classes. Please vote for us and make our channel a big one. Okay, thank you. All right, so moving on the next one. Now we are going to plot the pair plot for selected features. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to write here SNS. Okay, I'll show you this way. SNS dot pair plot. Okay, and then I'm going to write here data, and for the pair plot we are going to write all the things. First we have ratings. Okay, after rating, what is the one? It is reviews. After reviews, what are the other things? It is size. Okay, then I guess it is installs, and then we have price. Oh, sorry, price. Okay, all of them have been done. Dot drop NA. And then we'll write PLT. Yes, it is up. It is, see, it will come. The pair plots will come. Just hold on for a second. Yes. So if you can see here, we have plotted the pair plots. These are, see here, ratings, reviews. Here we have size, installs, price. Rating, review, size, install, price. So this will look very nice if you see here in the chart. This is my pair plot. This is the final pair plot. Okay. So pair plot also we have plotted. So we have done so much of the work, right? Yes. Okay. Now the third thing which we will apply over here is the feature engineering. Okay. So the next thing which I'm going to do over here is I'm going to take this one and then I'm going to take a markdown feature. Okay. So this is my feature engineering. So what will I do for feature engineering? The first thing is import numpy as np. Okay. So why are we doing this? Because we are going to again do some visualization. We'll have some beautiful things over here. Okay. So let me show it to you. So the first thing in the feature engineering is I am going to create a log transformed installs feature. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take the data, then I'm going to take this and put here log. So what am I doing? I'm taking this value in the log form. So that's what I'm doing right here. Installs equal to np dot log 1p. I'm going to put the data and then I'm going to put installs. Okay, so this is done. Now I'm going to take the second thing. Click here. Okay, so now what will I do? Now I am going to create a categorical feature for price. Okay, so how will I do it? Again, the same thing. I'm going to write here data. In the data, I'm going to write here, say, the price category. In the price category, we are going to write here pd dot cut, and then I'm going to write here data price, comma, I'm going to give the bins. Okay, so bins will be like this, like 0, comma 1, comma 5, comma 10, comma 50, comma 100, comma 400. Okay, then I'm going to put labels. Labels equal to, the next thing is I'm going to put them like this. I'm going to write here free, then I'm going to write here cheap, then I'm going to write moderate, okay, cheap, then I'm going to write here moderate. After moderate, I can write here expensive, and then I can write here as very expensive. Okay, and the last one also I can put it here as luxury. Okay, and close this off. So this is my categorical feature for the price. Okay, so if you see here, this is written. Now I'm going to run this. Now I'm going to do the visualization of new features. Okay, what will I do? Now I'm going to get the visualization of the new features. Okay, so again the same thing. I'm going to write here plt dot figure fixed size equal to, and then I'm going to write here 10, 6. This is my size of the plot, sns dot hist plot. I'm going to write here data. Okay, I think you all are not able to see. Now it's visible. Okay, so what is my data here? The data here is log installs. That's my data dot drop na. KDE equal to true. Okay, the rest of the things, I think title and all these things I can copy it from here. So this I think I can just copy quickly. Okay, and what am I going to write here? Here I am going to write distribution of log transformed installs. Here I am going to write log installs, and here I am going to write frequency. If you see here, now this has come. Okay, so this is a beautiful visualization. Okay, now let me plot the count plot for all of you. So again, the same thing. Let me copy this. Okay, the fixed size remains the same. Now I'm going to write the next thing. SNS dot count plot. And what am I going to write? X is equal to what? X is equal to price. And then data equal to data. Obviously, let me copy the title and everything, you know. So these 4 lines will always be the same, correct? And what am I doing here? Count apps by price category, okay? Count apps by price category, okay? And here what am I going to write? In the X label, I'm going to write price category. And here what am I going to write is count. Let me plot this, and here we have. So this is a count apps by price category. This is also done. The last thing which I'm going to show you today is the word cloud. Okay. So have you heard about word cloud? Like whatever words are being used, everything will be done over here. So let me first install it. How do I install? Pip install. I'll put pip install word cloud. Okay. So it's taking some time to install. Okay, so the requirement already satisfied. That means it's already being installed. Okay, now I'm going to import from word cloud, import word cloud. Okay, so this is one more thing. I have imported the module. Now what is the next thing which I will do? I am going to write here word cloud for app description. Okay, so how will I do it? I am going to write here if app, okay, if app in data dot columns, okay, if data dot column, then we are going to write here text equal to, I'm going to write here double quotes dot join. Then I'm going to write here app for app in data, and then I'm going to write here app dot drop NA. This is done. Now I'm going to write what? I'm going to write the word cloud. Okay. So I'm going to write here word cloud equal to, now you will take this one. Okay. The module which we have uploaded. So I'm going to write here word cloud. Then I'm going to write here background color equal to white dot generate text. Which text? This text. Okay. Now the same things I'm going to copy, the figure 1 things. Okay. Just copy here quickly. Okay, so the figure is 10 comma, let me make it 8. Okay, then the next thing which you are going to write over here is plt dot imshow. Imshow is like I have to show the things, right? So then I'm going to write here word cloud comma interpolation equal to bilinear. Then I'm going to write here plt dot axis. So in this I'm going to write as off. Then let me write it plt dot title. X and Y label you can remove. So in the title I am going to write here word cloud of app description and show. Let's do this. And wow, see how beautiful it looks. Word cloud of app distribution. Okay. So with this, we complete our Google Play Store data set, the data cleaning, feature engineering, and EDA process. I hope you all have liked my session. Thank you so much. Stay tuned, keep coding, keep smiling, and we will be coming up with with new more data sets and their EDA processes. So thank you so much. That's all for the day. Bye-bye.